I recently heard something about locations that can't seem to hold businesses. For example, you have a site, a restaurant's there, they're out of business within a few months to a year, someone else moves in, maybe a different type of business, they don't last, and so on and so forth. And then people see over time and think, man, there's something about this site, the location, whatever it might be, that is not conducive to business. And then the point was made that customer experience is the reason why businesses either stick around or go out. And it got me thinking. I can certainly think of examples in my own neighborhood right now where we've seen restaurant after restaurant pop up in the same location, but some of these have had a good customer experience. And I can think of other examples from my past. And it made me think about the other end of the spectrum here. We're thinking, when we talk about customer experience, we're talking about where our revenue comes from. We're talking about bringing customers in the door so they pay, and that in turn should cover our operating expenses. But that's the second piece that we've got to think about. And as business leaders, we've got to control for. So when you have a team working together and they do a great job with the customer experience, you've got to make sure that you are not paying more for that operation than a similar business would throughout the market. You have to make it incredibly competitive from that perspective. And you can think about things that really drive your operating expense, like labor, facility expense, equipment, fuel costs, energy costs, things like that, supplies. Are you doing everything you can to drive that cost down to make sure that you are bringing it in the lowest manner possible? This becomes important because when you pair it with that good customer experience, you're able to offer the right price to the customer. The volume of people coming in is important, and your customer experience will keep that up. But understanding what I'll call the contribution margin of each customer coming in, how much it costs you to serve them. At the end of the day, you want to stay in business, then it's not just about the customer coming in paying, it's also about how much of that revenue that they bring in are you able to bring down to the bottom line and hold as profit, and that's what's going to keep you in business. So anytime you're thinking about people who say that a company maybe doesn't pay that much, or they're cheap, and I hear this a lot from a lot of different industries, a lot of different companies, think about the pressure on the business owner or the leadership team to make sure that they're offering the best price to the customer. We want them to come in, it's a great experience. Is it a great experience relative to what they can get out there in the market? Are you creating value that is what the customers are going to pay for at the end of the day? Let me know what you think. Have you seen this anywhere in your location? And what do you think is driving that?